Good early afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here once again at the Haggerty Family Events Center in Erie. This time it is District 10 Class 3A girls quarterfinals as number 4 Eisenhower takes on number 5 Greenville. Brian Hagberg and Lou Vizza with you here on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. And a special thank you to our friends at the Deej Experience Sports Stream for providing the video production end of things for us here this afternoon. This is a Casella pregame show. Fans are an essential part of any team. Visit Casella.com to join our team today. Casella, our people, your team. Today's stream is also powered in part by Oil Country Crates, your products, our protection, oilcountrycrates.com. And this is the Warren Tire Center Drive to the Game. Warren Tire Center, make sure you get to the game in comfort, warrentirecenter.com. And Lou, we're going to have to go a little quick here. They're running rapid fire. They have four-game slate here at the Haggerty Family Events Center this afternoon. So a couple of things that I wanted to touch on as part of our Howard Hanna Professionals keys to the game. Call 814-726-2000. Visit howardhannaprofessionals.com. The one thing, as I was doing some research into Greenville, that I think they're going to try to lean into, this is a team that comes into this game having shot more than 300 free throws this year. And you've seen more than I have, but of some of the limited action that I've seen of the Eisenhower girls, one of the things they've run into at times is leading scorer Clara Steinberg running into foul trouble. And if you're Greenville, a team that not only gets to the line, but when they get to the line, they shoot 88% as a team. Yeah. I have a feeling Samantha Failer's going to tell her kids, go right at her, see if you can draw some fouls, get us to the line, and maybe get her out of the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's an important thing. I mean, if you've got a team that can do that, and that's, that's the brand of basketball, too. And officiating from, region to region, the rules are rules, but sometimes it's a little bit different, when you're down in, a different part of the state and this and that. So if that's their style of play, then yes, they're going to have. And that's the one thing I wanted to say, too, is they've got to be cognizant of their foul, the fouls, and they'll have to, stay away from them, and still they have to be, box out, get the rebounds, limit them to their second shots. And go from there, because like I say, this is a playoffs. You can forget the regular season and how you do things. I mean, their press is going to have to be there, and they just can't turn the ball over a lot, and offensive, defensive rebounds. But again, the big thing I think is you're absolutely correct. Is the foul situation. They're going to have to stay away, from dumb fouls, and. Hopefully they can, put that to rest and get up and stay up, and that'll be that.
Well, and, like you said the other night when we had the Eisenhower boys taking on Iroquois, that was a 1-versus-4 matchup. And on paper, Eisenhower came in 18-3. Iroquois was 6-16. That game goes to double overtime. Yeah. It's a 1-point victory for the Knights. But you said in that game several times, throw the records out, because it's the playoffs and anything can happen. Yeah. And, it's almost the opposite here tonight, or this afternoon. Greenville comes in 16-6. Eisenhower's 14-8. Knights struggled a little bit down the stretch. Now, they had a tough stretch. They had Northwestern. They had Mercyhurst Prep. They had Seneca. A lot of tough teams that they played. Harbor Creek, we had that game against Harbor Creek at Eisenhower, and the Huskies just could not miss in that game. But they struggled a little bit, had a couple of get-right games. It's finishing out with Clarion was a big win for them. How much does momentum factor into, all right, hey, we got a big win at home before coming into the playoffs, and now we've got some momentum to build on.
Well, yeah, that's the one thing. Like I say, they've got to be, it was Harbor Creek that scored 85.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I couldn't believe that to see a girls team score 85 points. So they have to play their game. And they're going to have to depend, we used to say up at JCC, trust your buddies. You got 5 girls on the floor. Each one has a job. Trust your buddies to do their job. Don't try and do. Clara's got to, try not to do more than she really needs to do, because that's where she picks up some fouls, because she's, driving and doing this. And I mean, I've never criticized the effort, but you got to trust the other 4 girls out there to do what they have to do. And I think that today's going to be, one of those games where, Font's going to have to do Font things. Belcher's going to have to do Belcher things. Childs is going to have to do Childs things, and just stay in the game, because, again, they're not real deep. And, you know, I mean, if they do get in foul trouble, you know, that could have a lot to do with it.
Well, and, you know, again, you look at these teams and they're, you know, so even across the board. So Greenville's averaging 47.2 points a game. They're giving up 39.5. Eisenhower's averaging 55.9, just a tick under 56, and allowing 44.7. Greenville led by Ava Cassio at 17 points a game, but also has Presley Carilla at 13.2. And Eisenhower obviously has Clara Steinberg over 22 points a game, but Laney Font's right there at 14.7. So you see a lot of similarities between these two teams, and they look to be very evenly matched.
Yep, yeah, man, and it's a roll of the dice then. I mean, that's just how it's going to be. And like I say, they gotta do the right things, and they got to do them at the right time. And like they say, there's never a right time to do the wrong thing and never a wrong time to do the right thing. So we're going to have more right things than wrong things today.
As we're under a minute now away from the introduction of this afternoon's, I'm going to have to get used to saying this afternoon's starting line. And actually, we're not even going to wait for that whole minute. They're ready to go right now. And I do want to take a moment, let you know this afternoon's game also being brought to you in part by Gaffner Jewelers, your local diamond connection. Stop in 981 Cobham Park Road or visit them on Facebook. As we're getting set to meet this afternoon's starting lineups. First for Greenville, number 1, Sydney Hart. Number 2, Presley Carilla. Number 11, Ava Cassio, our WCCBI player to watch this afternoon. Number 25, Reese Robertson. And number 3, Ella Tokar, the starters for Samantha Failer and the Trojans here tonight, or this afternoon. I'll get it eventually by the time we're getting off the air, Lou, I swear. And now the starting lineup for the 4th-seeded Eisenhower Knights. Number 2, Laney Font. Number 3, Sam Childs. Number 15, Lainey Belcher. Number 33, Riley Robinault. And our WCCBI player to watch, number 45, Clara Steinberg. The starters for Coach DJ Steinberg and the Knights here this afternoon, District 10 Class 3A Girls Quarterfinal. Our first quarter tonight, this afternoon, brought to you by Elwood National Forge. Never too soon nor too late to set another goal or dream another dream. But now's the time for you. Elwood National Forge can help. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com. This afternoon's game also being brought to you in part by Matson Concrete. Matson Concrete LLC proudly serves Corey and the surrounding areas with quality craftsmanship you can count on. From stamped concrete and sidewalks to floors, pool decks, and solid foundations, they bring your vision to life. Call or text 814-920-0269 for your free estimate today. And so it is Robinault and Robertson for the opening tip, controlled by Eisenhower. Font gets it up to Childs. And back for Font. And thought about the three, and now she picked up her dribble, swings it over to Steinberg. A little spin move and a pull-up jumper. She got it. And Knights come out in this press. Cassio will bring it up the floor as Greenville breaks, and Cassio draws a foul on Lainey Font. And there it is, 30 seconds into the game, Lou, and Cassio's going to the line. It's the first. And second shot is good as well. Steinberg. Another pull-up jumper. This one's going to be short. Rebound kicked around. Finds its way to Steinberg. This time she gets it to roll in. And Greenville unable to break the press this time as Robinault takes it away from Tokar. And Steinberg going to try a three. Can't get it. Belcher tips it, but out of play. Greenville to inbound. Hart near sideline there, gets it to Carilla. And Carilla just gets by Font, gets it up to Cassio, and then Belcher nearly picked her pocket. Cassio back for Carilla. Dish out to Robertson, now Cassio. Corner three by Hart is good. Greenville now with a 5-4 edge. Belcher pulled up, but Hart was there defensively. Robinault, top of the key, little head fake. She drives and has it taken away by Tokar. And now Greenville able to get back. And this is a matchup I expect we'll see a lot of today. Steinberg on Cassio.
Yep.
We've got a whistle on the far side. She stepped out of bounds. So Font creates the turnover there. And it's always interesting for me, Lou, when we get a chance to broadcast these Greenville girls, as Steinberg spins around in the paint. It is short, but I started my broadcast career at Edinburgh the same time Greenville coach Samantha Failer was there, as that shot is off the back of the rim to Font. And got a chance to call some of her games as Font's layup is no good. Knocked out of bounds to, I believe, to the Trojans. But had a heck of a player and scored over 1,900 points at Edinburgh. Did Coach Failer, and she's certainly imparting that knowledge to these Trojans here now.
It's only a couple of minutes gone in the first quarter, but the Eisenhower press is giving them fits.
They broke it well on the first possession down, and since then they've had some trouble. As Steinberg runs into a double team, nearly loses it, gets it to Font. Font in traffic and has it taken away by Tokar. And now Cassio. Back for Tokar's travel. Nope. We get our first substitution as number 21, Madison Malik, checks in for the Trojans. Three minutes gone by Elwood National Forge first quarter. Greenville with a 5-4 lead over Eisenhower in this Class 3A girls quarterfinal. Child swings over to Belcher. Mid-range jumper is off the rim, and Hart gets the rebound and then travels as I believe that was Belcher was in there taking that ball away. Belcher inbounds, Font's wide open underneath for the easy bucket.
Nice.
Cassio working to bring the ball up court. Belcher and Steinberg double team her. Childs gets in there and gets it to Belcher.
They were lucky on that one.
Childs gets off. Steinberg deep three. Off the mark. And now Greenville back the other way. Tokar with a nice fake. And then Steinberg with the rejection. Font on the wing for three, buried it. And that is one thing Greenville cannot afford, is to let Lainey Font get hot from three-point land. Get it up to Malik. And Toker tried to go back inside. Eventually gets it to her. Cassio going to try to answer. You get that one to fall. Steinberg rebounds. Dishes off to Childs.
Nice.
And St. Baylor going to take a Ross Becker Insurance timeout. We'll take it with them. High school basketball on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. Video from the Deej Experience Sports Stream.
Did winter leave ice and water sitting on your roof? Ice dams can push water under your shingles, causing leaks and costly damage. Complete Roofing Systems offers free inspections and honest answers. Whether you need a repair, full replacement, installation, or new gutters, our GAF Master Elite team delivers dependable service, backed by strong warranties and over 450 five-star Google reviews. Serving Northwest New York and Pennsylvania. Call 716-317-4917. Get more than a roof. Did winter leave ice and water on your roof?
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support.
Back here at the Haggerty Family Events Center, 3:30 to play. Elwood National Forge first quarter. Eisenhower leading Greenville 11-5. As Cassio shot rolls off the rim and Font rejects Malik. Back the other way are the Knights. Font for three. Nothing but net. And Steinberg nearly takes away the inbound. Knights are on a 10-0 run right now, Lou. They were down 5-4, and like you said, that press, Greenville got through it the first time, but since then has had some trouble getting the ball up the court. Cassio does it this time. Hart for three. Off the front of the rim. Font tips the rebound out to Steinberg. Steinberg, a little stutter, spin, all kinds of moves, and the shot rolls off the front of the rim.
When they do break the press, Eisenhower's giving them the three, and they're taking the three, but they haven't made the three. So you're going to let them take that shot.
Carilla tries a three.
They still haven't made one.
And Belcher comes up with it. 2.5 to go. And Belcher going to go coast to coast. She lost the handle, though, and Childs is there for the rebound and draws a foul. And it goes on Hart. That's her first. Team's first as Toker checks back in. Belcher into Font. Out to Robinalt. Robinalt, nice little move there. Some contact. What a save by Sam Childs. It goes to Tokar, but Childs showing off the athleticism. Jumped up and put that one between her legs. And now Cassio looking for a screen. Gets it. Working on Childs. Crosses her over. Cassio, a little floater off the front of the rim. Try to get it out to Childs in front. They do, and she puts it in. Tokar gets through the press. Has Carilla wide open underneath, and Childs back for the rejection. And number 21, Camden Black, checking in for Eisenhower, gives Childs a breather. Should do a lot of running on that defensive play there, Lou.
Yeah.
Hart.
5 seconds.
It's called for a 5-second violation. This Eisenhower defense right now is just smothering Greenville. Final 90 seconds of the Elwood National Forge first quarter.
But when they turn it over, they've got to collect the ball, collect some points on the other end of the floor.
Robinald underneath, off the glass, can't get it. Belcher's there for the rebound. Blocked by Hart, and last touch by the Knights. And that was something we saw with the Eisenhower boys the other night, Lou. They created a lot of turnovers, but weren't generating enough points, and that led them to that double overtime game.
Nah, you can't do that. Come on, Laney, move your feet.
Font picks up her second. With 1:10 to go, Elwood National Forge first quarter. Cassio up to Hart, just gets by Black, and a little pull-up jumper rolls off the rim, and Steinberg back the other way. Pull-up three. And Font collects the rebound. Finds Belcher, mid-range. Ooh. Banks it home.
That was an oh-no nice shot.
Yeah. And Steinberg with the steal and the layup. 30 seconds left in this Elwood National Forge first quarter, and Eisenhower in complete control, though there's a foul on Steinberg. Comes with 24.7 seconds left. And we'll see Robertson check back in for Greenville. Hart into Cassio. And Belcher and Steinberg double. Hart gets it up to Robertson. And Cassio in the final 10 seconds. Elwood National Forge first quarter.
Don't foul.
Goes behind her back. And then Font with the steal.
Shoot it.
Puts it up at the buzzer. Can't quite get it to go. And we head to the second quarter. Eisenhower on a 16-0 run. 20-5, Knights lead the Trojans. District 10 Class 3A quarterfinal on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. Video production by DJ. Founded in 1978 and headquartered in Warren, Pennsylvania General Energy has become a leading oil and natural gas producer in the Appalachian Basin. PGE is a proud and growing organization making positive contributions to the region's economy and environment. We are equally proud of our commitment to safety and environmental programs. PGE is a strong, family-oriented company that believes in giving back to the communities in which we live, work, and play. PGE, producing the energy we need, protecting the environment we treasure. Here in Warren County, Seneca Generation delivers more than electricity. We provide clean, reliable power, and we're proud to call this community home. Our team is committed to giving back, supporting local programs, and helping create opportunities that make a difference for families, schools, and neighborhoods. Because powering homes means empowering lives. Seneca Generation, powering your home, empowering our community. Welcome back to the Haggerty Family Events Center here in Erie. About to start the Veriskety Holdings second quarter. Number 4 Eisenhower leading number 5 Greenville 20-5. District 10 Class 3A quarterfinal matchup. Winner here gets top-seeded Northwestern in the semis on Wednesday. Ava Cassio with a 3 is off the mark. Steinberg quickly outlets to Font. And Cassio gets back defensively. Belcher, jumper, rims out. Childs collects the rebound, then has it poked away, but out of bounds by Cassio. And starters back on the floor for both teams. 15 Reagan Zane in for the first time for Greenville. As Font draws a foul, and she will head to the free throw line. That one's going to go on Hart. That's her second. Team's first of the Veriskety Holdings second quarter. Companies within the Veriskety Holdings group include Phoenix Centered Metals, Superior Energy Resources, Allegheny Electric Service, and Veriskety & Son Incorporated. Find out more at VerisketyHoldings.com. As Font knocks down the first. And now the starters are back on the floor, Luke, for Greenville. I just needed to wait for 32 seconds. And Font gets the friendly roll on the second shot, so 22-5, Eisenhower leading. And Brian Hagberg, Lou Visit with you here on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. Special thanks to our friends at Deej Experience for providing video coverage and the great production. Sam's doing an awesome job over there. As the shot goes awry, Steinberg up to Font, and she's going to wait for her teammates to get back. Steinberg holds off Carilla.
Yeah.
Thought about the three. Instead, it'll be Font for three. Childs rebounds. Back for Font. And gets Steinberg on a cut. Puts one off the glass and in. And Steinberg comes away with the turnover. Corner three. Too strong. Rebound tip to Childs. Font going to try a three.
I got tipped.
I was going to say Cassio got a piece of that one.
Yep.
And Eisenhower right now, Lou, is on a 20-0 run. And much needed bucket there. A big three from Ava Cassio ends that run. Went from about midway through the first quarter till just before the 6-minute mark here in the Veriskety Holdings second quarter. And Cassio poked that one away from Robinald. Robinald able to recover and draw a foul. And she'll head to the line. That was going to go on Tokar. That's her first, team second. And Robinald shooting two, looking for her first points of the ball game. First is up and in. And I mentioned Greenville shooting 88% from the line as a team. Eisenhower not too shabby. They came into this one at 69.6%. So. As Malik checks back in for the Trojans. And we got a lane violation.
Stepped on the line.
Yep. You know, and Lou, we were here the other night. We had
at least
one of the Iroquois players mistook the volleyball line there for the free throw line, and I was told that happened again in the McDowell Erie game.
Yeah, it happened down at that.
Yeah. So.
Well, at least he violated on the right line.
Yeah. So another turnover is.
The turnovers have really helped Eisenhower's offense because Eisenhower hasn't really run an offense yet. You know, really, when you think about it, because that.
Steinberg with the pull-up jumper. And there's another one. Font. Steal and a layup. Sam Failer going to take another Ross Becker Insurance timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 29-8, Eisenhower leading Greenville. D10 playoffs, your daily local, the YDL Sports Network, powered by Deej Experience. At AGI Industries in Clarendon, our state-of-the-art fabrication facility brings your custom-engineered products to life. With cutting-edge machinery and skilled professionals, we deliver precision-crafted solutions tailored to your needs. From trench box and storage container rentals to sandblasting, refurbishing, and painting equipment, plus expert metal fabrication, compressor stations, filters, separators, ASME vessels, and pig loaders, AGI Industries is your one-stop shop for quality and innovation. Call 814-728-6050 for more information or to secure a rental.
Did winter leave ice and water sitting on your roof? Ice dams can push water under your shingles, causing leaks and costly damage. Complete Roofing Systems offers free inspections and honest answers. Whether you need a repair, full replacement, insulation, or new gutters, our GAF Master Elite team delivers dependable service, backed by strong warranties and over 450 five-star Google reviews. Serving Northwest New York and Pennsylvania. Call 716-317-4917. Get more than a roof.
Back at the Haggerty Family Event Center out of that Ross Becker Insurance timeout. 5:35 to play. Veriskety Holdings second quarter. Eisenhower all over Greenville, 29-8. District 10 Class 3A quarterfinal as Cassio just gets it across the midcourt line. Hart for three. Rims out. And just been that kind of half for Greenville. Though they do draw a foul here. I think that's going to go on Font. And if so, that's her third. Eisenhower's first of the Veriskety Holdings second quarter. And number 4, Brooke Scott, will check in for Font. And Hart had Carilla wide open there. I'm not sure why she didn't pull the trigger on that, but Tokar goes inside. It's blocked away by Robenalt. And Robenalt did a little kick pass there back to Steinberg. Belcher down low to Childs. Back for Belcher, and now Steinberg top of the key. And this is what you were talking about, wanting to see more of Eisenhower running this kind of half court. As Steinberg's shot is blocked out of play. I think Tokar got a hand on it. A couple of Trojans were down low there.
At least when Font was in there, she was looking for a shot. You know, now it's going to be, you know, there's one option.
And there is that option.
And you just saw it.
Yep. Inbound, quick shot off the glass and in. And now Greenville breaks quickly, and then Carilla stops, swings over to Hart. Cassio wide open, the top of the key. Bang! Her second three-pointer of the quarter. And just a misplay there by Eisenhower left Cassio wide open. And now we're going to get a foul. That's going to go on Robenal. That's her first, team's second. Reagan Zane checks in for Greenville. And Cassio gets by Scott. Dishes to Zane. That's Carilla open on the far wing. Now Tokar in the corner. She's going to try a long jumper. It goes off the rim. Belcher tips the rebound to herself.
Look.
She's got Childs. There's the pass and the finish. And Belcher nearly took that away from Cassio. She gets it up to Carilla. And Carilla draws a foul on Childs. We'll head to the free throw line. That's the first on Childs. Team's third. Carilla shooting 2. That's first. Hart and Robertson back on the floor for Greenville. Carilla's second shot. Rattles on. So still a 20-point edge for the Knights, 33-13, 3.5 to go. Veriskety holding second quarter. Belcher, nice little head fake there, gets the shot away, but it's short. And rebound kicked around. Robertson finally comes up with it. And Cassio now gonna push the pace. Carilla in the corner, nice move to get around Steinberg, but can't get the finish, but Robinson's there for the putback. Greenville starting to find something a little bit offensively here late in the second quarter. Robenalt on the cut, dishes out Child's jumper. Can't get it. Scott on the rebound. Back out for Robenalt. That shot is pure. Cassio up to Carilla. Down low, Robertson. Blocked away by Robenalt. And she caught it out of bounds and then kind of tossed it away like, well, I didn't. Camden Black back out on the floor for Eisenhower. Carilla gets it into Tokar. Back for Carilla in the corner. 3 is short. Belcher was in her face. I don't think she got a piece of that.
No,
it was just too much traffic there. Camden Black with a jumper.
Nice.
She got it. And Carilla's got Robertson wide open. Robinault get up in the air, and smart play there by Robertson to hold and let Robinault go flying by. Black gets it into Belcher, kicks out for Scott, has some trouble with it, somehow kept it alive. Black will give off to Robinault. Off her foot, but right to Belcher. This is just one of those games, Lou. I mean, Eisenhower's getting every bounce right now. Steinberg for Belcher, a little fake. Back to Robinault. Steinberg over to Belcher for the jumper. Well, I said something. Tie up, possession arrow, we'll keep it with the Knights. I said Eisenhower's getting all the lucky bounces, and then that shot rattles out, so.
Well, the good thing is they got a 20-point lead. You know, and it's
and Steinberg's shot rims out. Don't see that very often. And Scott.
I'm going to call it. No, they're not.
It's getting a little physical with Cassio down the near side there. Nice move by Carilla to get a shot away, but a little off balance. Didn't have a great angle on it. We're under a minute to go till the half.
Take your time.
Reminder, this afternoon's game also being brought to you in part by the Lander Hope Clinic. Medical care for your whole family. Call 814-593-0011 or visit landerhopeclinic.com to request an appointment. And we're going to get a foul called. I believe that's going to go on Cassio. It is. It's her first. As Tokar will come back in for Robertson. Also, thank you to Gaffner Jewelers, your local diamond connection. Stop in 981 Cobham Park Road or visit them on Facebook. Belcher over to Black. Finds Steinberg with 27. Belcher. Some good ball movement by the Knights here, Lou. Get it to Steinberg with 15. And she somehow gets a shot away through all kinds of traffic. But Carilla quickly back the other way for Greenville. Too strong off the glass. Robinault got back defensively, and we get a tie-up. So Greenville, with 1.7 seconds left, will have a chance to take it back to 20 before we go to the half. And they get it in. Carilla for three. Oh, just couldn't get it off the bank. And our score at the half, Eisenhower leads Greenville 39-17. We'll be back with the halftime show. Your daily local, the YDL Sports Network video production, courtesy of Gage Experience Sports Stream.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
1978 and headquartered in Warren, Pennsylvania General Energy has become a leading oil and natural gas producer in the Appalachian Basin. PGE is a proud and growing organization making positive contributions to the region's economy and environment. We are equally proud of our commitment to safety and environmental programs. PGE is a strong, family-oriented company that believes in giving back to the communities in which we live, work, and play. PGE, producing the energy we need, protecting the environment we treasure. Here in Warren County, Seneca Generation delivers more than electricity. We provide clean, reliable power, and we're proud to call this community home. Our team is committed to giving back, supporting local programs, and helping create opportunities that make a difference for families, schools, and neighborhoods. Because powering homes means empowering lives. Seneca Generation, powering your home, empowering our community.
Here at the Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry, we like to focus on our community and help our local businesses expand and succeed.
Why join WCCBI? Not only do we offer a way for local businesses to grow and prosper, but we also provide business development, community involvement, and member benefits.
Becoming a member of WCCBI includes benefits such as networking and ribbon cutting.
Become a member or to see additional information, visit WCCBI.org today.
At AGI Industries in Clarendon, our state-of-the-art fabrication facility brings your custom-engineered products to life. With cutting-edge machinery and skilled professionals, we deliver precision-crafted solutions tailored to your needs. From trench box and storage container rentals to sandblasting, refurbishing, and painting equipment, plus expert metal fabrication, compressor stations, filters, separators, ASME vessels, and pig loaders, AGI Industries is your one-stop shop for quality and innovation. Call 814-728-6050 for more information or to secure a rental.
Did winter leave ice and water sitting on your roof? Ice dams can push water under your shingles, causing leaks and costly damage. Complete Roofing Systems offers free inspections and honest answers. Whether you need a repair, full replacement, installation, or new gutters, our GAF Master Elite team delivers dependable service, backed by strong warranties and over 450 five-star Google reviews. Serving Northwest New York and Pennsylvania. Call 716-317-4917. Get more than a roof.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
Welcome into the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg halftime show. Your score at the half here at the Haggerty Family Events Center. Number 4, Eisenhower leading number 5, Greenville 39-17. District 10 Class 3A girls quarterfinal. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. Come check out their new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center. The Allegheny Grill was recently voted the number 1 waterfront restaurant in Pennsylvania. Find out why at AlleghenyGrill.com. We'll start first with the Hunter Station Golf Club first half summary. A season pass from Hunter Station Golf Club at Ty Nesta would make a great gift for that special golfer in your life. Call 814-755-4558 to buy a season pass today and ask about their stay and play packages. Hunter Station Golf Club, 3 miles south of Ty Nesta, or online at hunterstation.com. And Brian Hagberg, Lou Vizza with you here in the AGI Industry Storage Containers broadcast booth. And Lou, that first half summary, Greenville got out to the 5-4 lead early. Eisenhower answered with a 20-0 run, and it's been all night since.
Yeah, it was their press that they and the turnovers that caused the press, and then even if they did break the press, they were taking threes, which they weren't hitting. So the shot selection really wasn't good once they did break the press. So, it was just defense, and they can, and they can do that. They play well when they're pressed, just like the boys. Mm-hmm. When that press is working, and they turn the ball over, and then on the rebound, when they turn it over, they get back down the court and get a good shot. But they get a little. One thing fortunately they have a 22-point lead, because when Font came out, she's another one to look for the three along with with Clara. But then that they took that weapon away.
Well, and on the defensive side, because you could see when she came out, that's when Greenville was able to start to break that press a little bit and put some points up.
Right. But what I'm saying, too, is on the offensive end, at least Lane's looking for a shot, but the offense really went kind of stagnant, because it was just, everybody was really kind of standing around waiting to see what whoever had the ball was going to do with the ball. It's not like go get yourself open, go set a pick for somebody.
Yeah.
But I don't know if really, be honest, I don't think Greenville has the horses to stay with Eisenhower. Even they've been subbing kids, but they're still not real deep. Either team is real deep, but I think Eisenhower's bench it is a little bit better. And like I say, with the with a 20-point lead, you can afford to play some other people, and give the starters a rest and get them back in. But here again, beginning of the third quarter, like I always say,
first 4 minutes,
first 4 minutes, now's the time to really put that, you got them down, put the hammer down, keep them down, and then then you can. I don't want to say coast, but you can coast.
So now let's look at our Warren Forest High Ed Council halftime stats. The Warren Forest High Ed Council has been serving Warren and Forest counties for more than 40 years. Visit high-ed.com to learn more. Start first with Greenville, scored 17 points in the first half, 5 in the first quarter, 12 in the second. Ava Cassia leading the way with 8 points, 4 for Reese Robertson, 3 for Sydney Hart, and 2 for Presley Carilla. The 17 first half points for the Trojans. Eisenhower scored 39 first half points, 20 in the first, 19 in the second. Clara Steinberg leads the way with 14 points. Lainey Font right behind with 12. 6 for Sam Childs, 3 for Riley Robinault, and 2 each for Lainey Belcher and Camden Black, the 39 first half points for the Knights. And now for the Rehab Center second half adjustments with 8 locations to serve you, including in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning. The Rehab Center always makes the right adjustments. The Rehab Center, chiropractors caring for health. Visit them online at rehabcenters.com. That's center spelled the old English way with an R-E-S.
Coach Franklin.
And Lou, if you're Eisenhower, is there any real adjustment you need to make here in the second half? Outside of continuing to press until you get to a point where you feel you can, as you said, coast a little bit.
Well, I don't know. I think on the offensive end, I would, because they missed a lot of shots in the last 4 minutes of the second half or the first half. In the second quarter, and their offense got a little stagnant. They were a lot standing around. Maybe they were tired too, because you always rest on offense, you don't rest on defense. So maybe that was part of it too. But I think they got to get back to work, and to get an offensive rhythm going, and keeping it going, and not, like I say, then you can afford to slow everything down. But for right now, I think you still got to just go and keep the press on, and do the best you can with what you got and go with it. And
if you're Greenville, I mean, what you got to fix something, right? You're down 22.
Well,
what do you do if you're the Trojans?
Well, she called.
Good question, right?
Yeah, that is a good question. She's called a couple timeouts to address the press, and they still have not yet addressed the press.
Yeah.
Until that time comes, and when they did break the press, the shots they were getting out of the press were 3-pointers, which they weren't hitting. I mean, their 3-point percentage was low. I mean, I don't even know how many I know they took a lot and didn't make many of them. But they've got to, when they do convert, the press, they've got to get good shots. And the shot selection that they took off the press wasn't really that good. So they just, the shots got to start falling. And if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. And it's the same, same way with both teams. But fortunately, we got a 22-point lead. So if our shots aren't dropping and theirs aren't dropping, it's still a 22-point lead.
Well, that'll do it for the Allegheny Gorilla Foxburg halftime show. Our third quarter this afternoon is brought to you by Acrisure. Acrisure, with a location in DuBois, is the official insurance provider of your daily local and the YDL Sports Network. Find out more at acrisure.com/mid-Atlantic. So, number 4, Eisenhower leading number 5, Greenville, 39-17. Knights will start the Acrisure third quarter with the basketball. And again, winner here gets top-seeded Northwestern in the semifinals on Wednesday at a site and time to be announced. And Robinault nearly has it taken away by Tokar. Poke, but to Steinberg. And starters on the floor for both teams. For sure this time as Steinberg puts up a deep 3 and Robinault's there to collect the rebound. Belcher kind of ducked out of the way of that pass as Steinberg's floater is good. And is that kind of what you're talking about a little bit as far as somebody looking to score there with Belcher getting out of the way of that pass? Steinberg puts up another deep 3, hits up the top.
See, this is here's what I'm saying again. I mean, those aren't the shots you want to be taking.
No.
I mean, granted, you can take them with a 20-point lead, but those aren't the shots you want to build on the 20-point lead.
Cassio weaving her way through traffic. A little pull-up jumper. Got it to go. Cassio now up to 10 points. Came into this one averaging 17 a game. Belcher looked like she thought about the long jumper. Instead goes down low to Robinald on the baseline. Tokar nearly takes it away from her, and Robinald just throws it out there between Steinberg and Belcher collects. Inside to Steinberg, back out for Childs. Can't get the bank. Tokar rebounds. Carilla for three.
Travel.
She traveled. She needed to take a dribble before setting for that shot. Now, and this is not a senior-laden team. Hart, Carilla, and Tokar are the only seniors, and just Piers, the one junior for Greenville. So some learning experiences here as Robinall puts one up and in. Cassio gets it up to Tokar. Tried to go across for Robertson, but there's Font to intercept. And could not get the finish there. Childs tipped the rebound. Font saves it. Now Font in the corner for three. That one's off the front of the rim. Robinalt and Hart fight for the rebound, and we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it to the Trojans. Zane and Malik back out for Greenville. 43-19, Eisenhower leading, 5.5 to go, Acrisure third quarter. And that was a nice break there by Greenville. And Hart then nearly lost it, and somehow Greenville recovers. The kick out for Zane. Just can't get the shot to fall. Childs tips the rebound to herself. Now Steinberg will run the offense. Takes it herself, off the rim, and Malik rebounds. Cassio up to Carilla for three. She got it. Steinberg getting a call for a travel. She ran into traffic and couldn't get the ball away. Tokar back out for Greenville. And now Steinberg will come up for the trap on Cassio. Goes behind the back. It's somehow maintained possession. Kicks out for Tokar. Now down in the corner for Zane. Tokar goes cross court for Carilla. Tokar on the wing. Fakes, has it taken away by Font. And now Font with Belcher. Font's going to take it herself and get it.
Nice.
And we get a foul on the far side. I think that's going to go on Childs. Does. It's her second. First foul of the Acrisure third quarter. Comes with 4:03 to play. Cassio dishes off to Tokar. Malik will bring it back out. Tokar lost control there for a second, recovers. Now they find Carilla in the corner. And Belcher tried to get the steal and she fell down and going to get called for the foul. This afternoon's game also being brought to you in part by Matson Concrete. Matson Concrete LLC proudly serves Corey and the surrounding areas with quality craftsmanship you can count on. And as Tokar gets fouled by Childs. From stamped concrete and sidewalks to floors, pool decks and solid foundations, they bring your vision to life. Call or text 814-920-0269 for your free estimate today. third on Childs, team second. Tokar to the line for the first time. Off the front of the rim. And Black back out on the floor for Eisenhower. Tokar's second shot is up and in. Steinberg dishes out to Belcher. And now Black. Font trying to find some space. Good defense there by the Trojans. Now Steinberg. Floater's no good. Robenalt on the rebound, gets it to Black, out for Belcher, who's got an open look. Rattles out, but Robenalt's there for the putback. And again, winner of this game takes on top-seeded Northwestern, as we just saw. Northwestern's Michaela Presser-Palmer walk behind us here as Belcher gets a transition bucket. And Greenville is going to take a Ross Becker Insurance timeout. We'll take it with them. District 10 playoffs on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. Produced this afternoon by the Deej Experience Sports Stream.
Here in Warren County, Seneca Generation delivers more than electricity. We provide clean, reliable power, and we're proud to call this community home. Our team is committed to giving back, supporting local programs, and helping create opportunities that make a difference for families, schools, and neighborhoods. Because powering homes means empowering lives. Seneca Generation, powering your home, empowering our community.
Did winter leave ice and water on your roof? If water is leaking inside, don't wait. Complete Roofing Systems offers free inspections, repairs, replacements, insulation, and gutters. Call 716-317-4917. Get more than a roof.
Welcome back to the Haggerty Family Event Center. 2:36 to play, Acrisure, third quarter. Number 4 Eisenhower leading number 5 Greenville 49-23. Brian Hagberg and Lou Visit with you here on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. Special thanks to Scott, Sam, and the crew at Deej Experience Sports Stream for providing the video coverage and production for us here this afternoon. It's District 10 Class 3A quarterfinal as another turnover. Font gets it to Steinberg, has Belcher wide open. And she lays it up and in.
Get it to 30 and let the clock spin.
Tokar runs into a trap, trying to hold that pivot foot, somehow gets it to Cassio. She sends it to Zane, now cross court for Tokar. Carilla back out for Zane. And now Cassio. Really going to try a three. He's a little short. Rebound bounces right to Black. And be sure to head over to the Deej Experience Sports Stream after the conclusion of this game as Belcher is going to draw a foul and head to the free throw line. Corey and Fort LaBeouf coming up here from the Haggerty Center. That goes on Malik. That's her first, team's first here in the third quarter.
Is that the next game?
Yeah, Corey and Fort LaBeouf is next, and then Harbor Creek and Conneaut going to close things out as Belcher misses the first. So 4-game slate here from the Haggerty Family Event Center. I was talking to some of the staff here last night before the Warren and Fairview boys game, and I said, is this your busiest week of the year every year? He said, oh, yeah. It's all kinds of stuff going on as Belcher hits the second shot. I mean, I've been up here personally 4 times this week, so.
This pays the rent to let it run all 12 months.
Yeah, right? Black tips that one, but it gets to Tokar, and Tokar took a shot there. It's like Robenalt on the run by there got Tokar in the lip or nose maybe.
I think it was an inadvertent bump.
Yeah, inadvertent bump, but yeah. Tokar immediately kind of bent over as Greenville will inbound on the baseline. And Belcher gets a hand on it. Ball squirts around and Robinault comes up with it. Steinberg deep three off the back of the rim, and she's able to track down her own rebound and take it up for the layup. And the lead now is 31 for Eisenhower. Cassio dishes out. Hart for three. Can't get that one to go. Robinault on the rebound. Outlets to Font. Font in a race with Hart, and Font wins it, puts in the layup. Font thought about that. It was just a second late. Might have picked that one off for another transition bucket as Hart puts one off the glass, but it's too strong. Rebound tipped out to Steinberg. She's got Black out in front. Black runs into trouble, keeps her feet, gets a shot away, gets her own rebound. Not quite. Couldn't quite get the two hands on that. And we do have the running clock in effect now for the remainder of this game. And Cassio puts up a deep three as well, short. As the seconds tick away, we'll talk about what we saw a couple of weeks ago in Russell, as these Knights going to get a rematch with Northwestern in the semifinals. But we got to go through the fourth quarter first. At the end of 3A, Eisenhower 56, Greenville 23. It's District 10 Class 3A quarterfinal action on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. Production provided by Beach Experience.
Here at the Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry, we like to focus on our community and help our local businesses expand and succeed.
Why join WCCBF? Not only do we offer a way for local businesses to grow and prosper, but we also provide business development, community involvement, and member benefits.
Becoming a member of WCCBI includes benefits such as networking and ribbon cutting.
Become a member or to see additional information, visit WCCBI.org today.
Did winter leave ice and water on your roof? If water is leaking inside, don't wait. Complete Roofing Systems offers free inspections, repairs, replacements, insulation, and gutters. Call 716-317-4917. Get more than a roof.
And back here at the Haggerty Family Event Center, Brian Hagberg, Lou Visit with you on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. Again, special thanks to Scott Lockwood and his crew at the Deej Experience Sports Stream for providing the video footage and production. Those guys do a great job. And again, head over to Deej Experience after the conclusion of this game. Corey and Fort LaBeouf coming up here from the Haggerty Family Event Center. Claire Steinberg takes a three and hits it.
Well, the press is off with 30.
Yeah, Carilla answers.
There you go.
And Steinberg dishes off to Black. And we're going to get a foul called on Carilla. That's her first. As Lainey Font will check in for Childs. And Lou, a couple of weeks ago, as you know, Eisenhower's up by 33 here with a running clock. The Knights hosted Northwestern. And that would ended up being a whale of a ball game.
Yeah.
Northwestern came away with the win, but that matchup with Steinberg and Michaela Presser-Palmer was one to watch all night long, and they're headed for a rematch here in the Class 3A semifinals on Wednesday.
Yep.
Block there. I couldn't tell if it was Steinberg or Robinault that got a piece as Cassio's three goes off the front of the rim, and Tokar with the jumper. Good Hart rebounds, and Font gets the jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to the Knights. What do you expect to see when they'll match up again? So this will be the third time that they play each other. They share a region. Northwestern won both of the regular season matchups. What do you expect to see in that third match?
It's hard to beat a team three times in a season. I mean, I don't care who it is, because like I say, you throw the records out. So I don't, it's tough to say because it's, you see so many different things from Eisenhower. I mean, during, sometimes the lack of offense but if the press is working, they get the turnovers. They got to work on getting better shots. Even though, I mean, Greenville's not in the caliber of Northwestern, so I mean they're not going to be able to do some of the things they did today against them. So they're going to have to tighten it up on the defensive end when the press gets broken.
Well, and you talk about being hard to beat a team 3 times. We saw McDowell was in jeopardy the other night against the Warren girls.
Yeah.
As Cassio gets a little short-range jumper there. But McDowell had handled Warren both times in the regular season, and the Dragons came out and gave the Trojans all they could handle on Wednesday night. So, and again, you've got 2 of the top players in District 10 in Steinberg and Presser Palmer going at it. In the semifinal. Not much more you could ask for if you're setting up some playoff matchups. Yeah. Font going to take a 3. That one's no good. Malik on the rebound. Well, I appreciate that one of these teams was able to put the running clock in effect because it's been a long week.
Yeah.
Then
you get to go home before dark.
Yeah. But it's been an exciting week here on your daily local on the YDL Sports Network. The Warren boys, as Cassio puts up a 3, can't get that one to go. Warren boys on a Cinderella run in the Class 4A tournament as the 11th seed. They've knocked off number 6 Grove City and number 3 Fairview last night. They'll take on Sharon at Farrell on Tuesday. And then you and I were here for that Eisenhower boys thrilling double overtime win against Iroquois in the 3A tournament. And they will face Corey for the district championship on Tuesday at Edinburgh, as Font puts in another. And Font closing in on a 20-point game. Corilla's 3 off the front of the rim. And then last night, again, had that Warren boys matchup as Steinberg goes coast to coast. And the Warren girls that we just touched on took on McDowell. It ended up being a great ball game. The Trojans pulled away late for a 10-point win, but Cassio approaching her season average here.
Get the starters out.
Up to 14 points with 3:20 to go in the Potter County Family Campground fourth quarter. Black going to take a corner 3 and hit. And Cassio answers. Now I heard Camden's mom is on her way down to Lock Haven as big brother Cale is having his senior night for the Lock Haven wrestling team this evening. And Cale, a great wrestler for Eisenhower, great kid too. It's always a pleasure to talk to him as Steinberg can't get the deep 3 to go. And but Camden's mom was our first camera operator here on your daily local, Lou. She hung out with Cody and I in the Eisenhower press box as Corilla tries a 3. And Hart gets a clean look at the basket and gets another 2 points. Final 2 minutes of the Potter County Family Campground fourth quarter. And now here comes some of those subs that you were looking for, Lou. Looks like a wholesale line change about ready to come in for the Knights at the next stoppage.
I'd be throwing the ball out of bounds.
And blocked there
They're doing
by Steinberg.
something.
She's got Black out in front. Black tracks it down and then has it taken away by Corilla.
Finally.
Yeah. And now here we go. Wholesale change for Eisenhower. So it'll be, let's see, Sierra Melquist, Sam Childs, Haley Kent, Kylie Geyer, and Parker Atwell in for the Knights. Atwell inbounds. Geyer's shot goes over the rim. Malik rebounds with 70 seconds left.
Yeah.
Cassio working on Atwell. Finds the lane, puts one off the glass, but it's a little short, and Atwell gets the rebound. Gathers and swings over to Kent.
Shoot it.
Yep, she did. Yeah, off the mark rebound to Greenville. Trojans go up top to Zane inside Malik. Can't get it, and there's 10 on the floor. LeVay Austin for the first time got the rebound. Still can't get it to go. Malik. Robertson, still nothing. Austin rebounds and has it taken away by Melquist. And Melquist travels. And the final 10 seconds will tick away.
Don't even bother.
So your final here from the Haggerty Family Events Center. Eisenhower defeats Greenville 66-35. Knights set up a rematch with Northwestern in the District 10 Class 3A semifinal on Wednesday. Site and time to be announced. Again, I want to say a special thank you to Scott Lockwood and his crew from Deej Experience Sports Stream for helping us out with video production here this afternoon. Do an abbreviated Icy Ink post-game show. And we'll let you know that, again, Eisenhower is going to go on to take on Northwestern in the semifinals. And that will be on Wednesday. And once we find out the site and time, we'll tell you about all the coverage that we're going to have for that. Font finished with 18 points. Steinberg with 23. Cassio led the Trojans with 17 points for Greenville. And that'll do it for us here from the Haggerty Family Events Center in Erie. Again, thanks to the Deej Experience Sports Stream crew for providing our video coverage this afternoon. And thank all of you for tuning in. For Lou Vizza, this is Brian Hagberg on your Daily Local, the YDL Sports Network, saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next week for more playoff action.